My name is William Gallagher. I am one of the financial analysts and Forex specialists at Market Traders Institute. And I'm excited and honored to be here with each and every one of you here in the room today, because I'm here today to help you discover simple ways to increase your Forex profit potential now. Those of you who are unfamiliar with what the Forex market is, I'm going to take you by the hand step by step, walk you through the process of what we do in the Forex market, how we take advantage of the Forex market, and I'm actually going to teach you a trading strategy today that is called the London Breakout strategy. Now, before we begin, quick housekeeping item on my end. I just want to let everybody know that trading does have its own form of risk involved, and you should never invest money that you cannot personally afford to lose. And you should always trade with proper equity management in mind. Now, there is no such thing as an undefeated season when you're trading, and you may incur losses from time to time, but the key is to keep your profits high and have minimal losses as you're going along. Now, it is also highly recommended that you learn this strategy in its entirety and that you begin trading as an educated and knowledgeable trader. Also, please be advised that anything I'm going to show you here today, I am going to go into live market here in about 1 minute. I am going to teach you a trading strategy, but when it comes time for you to trade live and you decide to make a specific trade, well, that decision to make that trade is yours and yours alone. So another quick rundown of who I am. Rita already gave me a quick introduction. For those who are listening to me today, wondering who I am, I have been involved in trading in the investment market since 1998. Mostly in the stock market, but it's actually been the last 2 years I've gotten involved with the Forex market. That is because of Market Traders Institute and their education and program here. I also have worked for several different financial companies and firms, and I did help start and launch an entirely new financial services company from the ground floor up. What this has done, that gave me a general knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes in the financial world. And that's one of the things I want to point out. I know many of you here in the room today, maybe you don't have a financial background. One of the things I want to point out is that even though I did know about the Forex market, I didn't understand the potential of the Forex until going through this program. So I know many of you here in the room say you're brand new. You may not even know what the Forex market is. I was brand new myself. I was in one of these webinars wondering if this is something that I could do, if I'd be able to generate a source of income from the Forex market. And I've been very successful with it. So as we're going along here today, I know some of you might be scratching your heads. You might be saying, well, William, I think I can do this. Well, I'm going to show you today how you can actually get trained by the same people who taught me and thousands of other traders around the world in a very simple format. We have a quick ramp-up program here showing you how you can actually start trading upcoming week on Monday with our live professional analysts. Now, let me go ahead and give you a quick overview. Let me explain to you who those people are going to be showing you that better way of trading is. MTI, it stands for Market Traders Institute. We are an actual trading institute and education company based out of Lake Mary, Florida. I'm actually broadcasting out of Orlando here today. That's where we're located, about 20 minutes north of Orlando, Florida. For those of you who are not familiar with the Central Florida area, it's about 30 to 40 minutes north of Walt Disney World, the happiest place on the planet. We've been around for 21 years. Celebrated 21st anniversary this past April. We've been nominated. A couple quick accolades here I'm very proud of. Market Traders Institute was nominated for Trader Planet's 2014 Star Award for Best Trading Education in 2014. Florida Trend Magazine, they ranked us in 2014 and 2015 as one of the best companies to work for in Florida. Many of you might recognize this logo right here, Inc. 5000. We're very proud of this. About a month ago, we received a letter, and we received this magazine in the mail letting us know that Market Traders Institute was actually ranked as 1,180 on Inc. 5000's 2015 fastest growing company. So this puts us in the same pedigree as Microsoft, GoPro, Timberland, some of the companies you see there on your screen right there. So I'm going to show you today how MTI has been able to achieve this. In fact, over the last 21 years, we've actually trained over 30,000 students. I'm going to show you today how we've been able to become one of the fastest growing companies in 2015. Now, not only does Market Traders Institute have some of the best trading strategies, we also have some of the best expert Forex instructors and analysts in the Forex industry. One of those specific instructors I want to make note of right now, his name is Joshua Martinez. Many of you here in the room today, you may have heard of him before. He also goes by the name of FX Pathfinder. He is one of our Forex masterminds here, and he is one of our product knowledge experts at Market Traders Institute. Some of you might be wondering, well, why am I talking about Josh? Why should we be listening to him? But he is one of our product experts. He has trained thousands of Forex investors around the world. took an initial deposit investment of $500, generated over $39,000 of profit from it. He's made thousands of Forex investments, published author, international speaker, professional analyst, and he is a full-time trader. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because he created the strategy I'm going to be sharing with you here today. And I'm going to show you how you can actually get into a live trading session this Monday with him as part of what's called our live market Forex and mentorship program. So one of the things about the London breakout strategy that I'm going to be sharing with you here today, this has allowed him to do some unbelievable things in this market. And let me go ahead and pull up his track record here. You can see it is third-party verified. You also see he's generated a gain of 4,500% in his trading account. One of the things I want to point out quickly, if you can see here at the bottom of the screen right here, you can see there when he first started trading. In fact, if you were to look at my trading account, probably like many of you here in the room today, you'd probably see the same thing. You would see here that he was winning some trades, losing some trades, kind of making a little bit of progress, but not really getting anywhere. Everybody probably sees this point right here. This is what's called a tipping point. And I'm going to show you today. In fact, if you look at my account, you'd see something very similar. I'm going to show you today the strategy that's been allowed to assist Josh in finding this tipping point. And it's going to allow you to find your tipping point. Oops, sorry about that. Find your tipping point faster in this market. Oops, apologize for that. Hold on one second. Hold on. Oops. Just hold on one second here. My PowerPoint just crashed. Here we go. Now, Josh Martinez, let me show you some of the things here he's been able to achieve. He's been able to generate returns of $4,000 in one day, $8,000 in a day, and $10,000 in 30 minutes using the same strategy I'm about to show you here today. So what I want to do now is let's jump into our charts. And what I want to explain to everybody here today is the strategy I'm about to teach you. It's called the London Breakout Strategy. This is only one of the strategies that we teach in what's called our Live Market Forex Mentorship and Trading Club program. I'm going to show you today how you can actually get into this trading club, get trained by the same people, have them walk you through the actual live market in live trading sessions each and every week. So what I want everybody to take note of is the next live market analysis session is coming up this Monday. Those of you that choose to enroll into the program, you actually will get into a live market analysis session this upcoming Monday. So what I want to do now, let's go ahead, let's pull up my charts here. Give me 1 second here, move my PowerPoint out of the way. There we go. So let me go ahead and pull up my charts. And what you're looking at here, if everybody can be a quick confirmation, type in Y, type in yes when you do in fact see the charts here. If everybody can do that. And hopefully Chris P, hopefully you appreciate this, and we are now in the charts right now. So thank you, Inot, thank you, Linda, Wade. Great. So let's go ahead, let's get started here. For those of you who are brand new to the Forex market, let me explain to you what we're looking at here. This is what is called a candlestick chart. What you're looking at here, this is our charting software. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it, but there are a lot of exclusive features about it, a lot of neat things about this. For those of you that use Fibonacci's, we actually have an auto Fibonacci tool that we use with this. And in the live sessions, I'm sure Josh will demonstrate that as well. But let's go ahead and let me explain to you what we're trying to do in the Forex market. What we're doing here is we're trading one country's currency against another in an attempt to figure out which one's going to gain in value against the other. So if you look in the upper left-hand corner of my screen right here, this currency pair, this is the Great British Pound, GBP, Australian Dollar, AUD currency pair. So in essence, what we're doing in the Forex market, those of you maybe you've traveled to different countries, maybe you've seen one of those kiosks in the mall that you do a currency exchange. Essentially, that's what we're doing here in the foreign currency exchange. We're changing the Great British Pound versus the Australian Dollar. In this case right here, as the market's going up, the British Pound is gaining in value against the Australian Dollar. Now, what you're also looking at right here, if you look at my chart, right next to the currency pair, you can see that this says 1 day. What that means that each one of these candlesticks, I'm going to zoom in here right now. For those of you who are not familiar with what Japanese candlesticks are, they are a visual representation of what the market has done in whatever time frame you select on your charts. In this case, this is a daily time frame chart. That means each one of these candlesticks represents what the market has done in 1 day of time frame. I don't have a lot of time to go into this in depth about this, but for those of you who are brand new and you're taking notes, all you really need to know is that the white candlesticks mean that the market is going up. Dark blue means that the market is going down. So pretty much what you need to know is that a white candlestick is called a bullish candlestick. Dark blue is called a bearish candlestick. So now you have a little bit of idea of how this works, and these candlesticks form what are called candlestick formations. These candlestick formations, we consider them the sign language of the market. They tell the trader a story. Once again, I don't have a lot of time to go into a lot in depth about this, but here's one of the things I want to point out. If you see here, the market pulls back, forms this candlestick formation. It's called an engulfing bullish candlestick. As a trader, as an educated trader, this is saying, hey, William, look for this market to U-turn and go upwards. The market pulls back again, forms a morning star candlestick formation. Sign language of the market saying, hey, William, look for the market to U-turn. The market goes up, pulls back again, piercing line candlestick formation, and so on. Now, I could go on and on explaining this, but I just want to give you an idea because this market moves in waves. The market's going up, and it's going down, primarily going up or going down. And yeah, sometimes it does go sideways for the most part, but primarily it's going up or down. So I just want to explain to you how this market works, how we're able to take advantage of it with some education and some tools here. But what I want to do right now is I don't have a lot of time, so let's go ahead and let's jump into the market here. And what I want to explain to you is, let me go ahead and pull this down. I want to explain to you right now what's called the London breakout strategy. Oh, actually, before we do this, let me go back here. Let me explain to you what we're doing in this market. I forgot many of you are brand new. Let me pull this up here. What we're trying to do in this market is capture what are called pips. For those of you who are brand new, a pip, P-I-P. Oops, sorry about that. PIP is an acronym. It stands for Price, Interest, Point. Now, just as there are 100 pennies, 100 cents in $1 US, what that means is that one penny, oh, sorry about that, I'm trying to rush through this, it equals 1/100th of a dollar. Not really groundbreaking or anything, but I just want to explain it. Now, if we were looking for a unit of measure that is smaller than a penny, it would be the equivalent to a pip. Now, just as there are 100 pennies in a US dollar, there are 100 pips in one US penny, 1 cent. So just as a penny represents 1/100th of a dollar, one pip, it equals 1/100th of a penny. So I want to do, let me go ahead and let me just draw out a number right now. Let's just say, let's see, where the current live market is on this chart, it's 2.1585. Just like that. So if we were looking at this number, pennies are represented by the first two digits. Most of you are pretty much, almost everybody's familiar with that. That would be 15 cents. Pips are represented by the following two digits. In this case right here, that would be the 5 and the 8 right here. Just want to go ahead and explain how that actually works, where a pip is represented right there. So if everybody understands this, now you have an idea of how this actually works, how we actually capture, what we're actually trying to do in this market. We're trying to capture what are called pips. So let's go ahead, let's walk you through here. Let me jump into this now, and let's see, I have about 30 more minutes to go over this for you. Great. So what you're looking at right here, you're looking at 6 different currency pairs. These 6 currency pairs, these are the 6 we utilize for what is called the London breakout strategy. So if you are interested in this, you might want to write these down. I'll walk you through this. You have the Great British Pound, Australian dollar, GBP, AUD currency pair here in the upper left. The middle, you have the Great British Pound, GBP, Canadian dollar, CAD in the middle. Upper right, Great British Pound, New Zealand dollar, GBP, NZD. Bottom left, Great British Pound, Japanese yen. Middle, you have the Great British Pound, US dollar. And then you have here in the bottom left-hand corner the Great British Pound, Swiss franc, CHF. Now, for those of you who are familiar with currency pairs, you can probably already see that each one of these are based off of the British pound. Another neat thing about this is that these are all on a 1-hour time frame. So if you're taking some notes here, these are British pound currency pairs, and they are going to be based off of a 1-hour time frame. So let's go ahead, let's jump in here. I'm going to demonstrate this for you on the Great British Pound US dollar. So let's go ahead, let's pull this up. And let me explain to you what we're trying to do here with this strategy. And for those of you that may have gotten in here a little bit late, this is what is called the London Breakout strategy. Now, one of the things I want to mention here is this is only one of the different strategies you're going to be taught when you enroll into our live market mentorship and trading club. I'm going to get into that here in just a second here, where you can actually learn how to do this in live market sessions. And for those of you that may have entered a little bit late, the next one is this Monday. You can actually learn how to do this live from a live professional analyst. His name is Joshua Martinez. Now, what we're looking at here in this market, we're going to be looking for, as I mentioned before, the market moves in waves. We're going to be looking for the market to form its initial high or low for the morning. And we'll be looking for this between 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time and 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. The reason for this, let me explain to you why we're looking for this. In the Forex market, there are 3 major trading sessions that happen daily. You have the Asian trading session, the London trading session, and you have the U.S. trading session. What is happening right here? In these sessions, they overlap. So you can actually trade the Forex market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, 5.5 days a week, actually. It actually opens at 5 o'clock tomorrow. But what you're having here, you have the overlap. You have the close of the Asian trading session and the beginning of the London trading session. So what we're going to be looking for is the market to either pull back, form a low, and then rally up, or to rally up, then hit its high, and then pull back downward. We're looking for directional movement based off of this higher low. So we're start off by looking for this initial higher low between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Then we're going to be looking for that directional movement, either going up or going down. Then what we're going to be looking for is the market to form its opposite high or low for the day. We're going to be looking for this between 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time and 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The reason for this, you have the close of the London trading session and the beginning of the U.S. trading session. So what we're looking for is the market to pull back and form a low and rally up between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., or to rally up, form a high, and pull back between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. And then we're going to be looking for the market to form its opposite high or low. So what we have found is that on these 6 currency pairs, they have what's called the average daily trading range, meaning that we're looking for movement of at least a minimum of 50 pips. We're looking for this market to move in one direction or the other at least 50 pips, and sometimes it goes over 200 pips when it does this actual directional movement here just like that. So what we're going to be looking for, we're going to start off with this strategy where I identify this initial high or low using the strategy. Now, to give you an idea of the type of profit you'll be able to generate off of this, if we're going after a minimum of 50 pips with this strategy, if you're in this market, we trade in leverage. And in the United States, we have a 50-to-1 leverage. We also trade in units. These units are called lots. We have what are called micro lots. Now, a micro lot is about a $20 investment per trade. Each pip that you capture with a micro lot is going to be worth about 10 cents. So if you go after our example here, 50 pips on the low end, you're now generating about $5 in profit per currency pair per day. Now, I know some of you might say, well, that's not a lot, but I know many of you might not be starting off with some of the larger lot sizes. So you have a micro lot, you have a mini lot. A mini lot is about a $200 investment per trade. Each pip that you capture with a mini lot is going to be worth $1. So now if you go after our original example here of 50 pips per currency pair per day, now you're looking to generate about $50 in profit per currency pair per day. So now we're starting to get somewhere. Now we also have what are called standard lots. This is the standard by which most traders strive to achieve in this market. Standard lot position is about $2,000 investment per trade. Each pip that you capture, it's going to be worth $10. So go after our example here of a minimum of 50 pips per currency pair per day. Now you're generating $500 of profit per currency pair per day. So now you can see here, I know some of you might not be starting off with a standard lot account, but we're going to show you how you can go from a micro lot, build your account up, then go to a mini lot, and then build your account up and go from a mini lot to a standard lot. So if everybody has this written down, if everybody has a screenshot of this, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to jump now into the actual market here, and I'm going to show you the actual London breakout strategy. So let's go ahead, let's go down here now. And as I mentioned before, what we're going to be looking for is the market to form its initial high or low for the day between 2 o'clock a.m. and 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Now here's what we have found. Our strategy is going to be based off of the close of the 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time candle. So what we're going to be looking for, because this is a 1 hour time frame, we're essentially going to be starting this at 4 o'clock. But here's the neat thing about this, that in our live trading club, you will actually be in the market already at 2 o'clock a.m. Meaning that before you even get to that 3 o'clock a.m. candle, you'll be actually in the actual live trading club having a live professional analyst analyzing the market. So we're going to be looking for that 3 o'clock a.m. candle. So what I've done here is I've already gone through here, and I've already showed you here some of the previous trades here. This looks like from September 10th. We had directional movement coming off of that of about 115 pips. Here we have the market going down. In fact, I'm just going to be really simple here. We had directional movement of 64 pips. This directional movement, 93. This one right here was 129. This one right here was on the 16th. That was 186 pips. And this is going to bring us up right about here. This right here is September 17th. And we had directional movement coming off of that of 131 pips during that time period. So does everybody see that? Does everybody see this directional movement? How we're looking for this directional movement in that time frame? Now, some of you might be wondering, why does this happen? Well, the reason for this is because there's three major trading sessions, and what has been found during the European market, it processes the bulk of these transactions. The market, and during the London session, the banks are processing their orders. It provides this directional movement. And we're going to show you a strategy here how to take advantage of this. So let's go ahead and here right now. Whoops. I'm going to zoom in right now on the 3 o'clock a.m. on the 18th. Now, there's a reason I'm starting off with this one. I'm going to show you here in just a second. I will bring this to the actual current market, the actual live market, but everybody can see here this is the 18th, September 18th at 3 o'clock a.m. Now, I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly here, so you might want to take some notes. Once we identify the close of that 3 a.m. candle, essentially, once again, starting at 4 o'clock, here's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to come in here, and we're going to set two pending orders. We are going to set a pending order 10 pips above this high. So we're coming here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right there. So I'll type this out. That's going to be our entry buy. It's going to equal plus 10 pips above the high. So everybody, if you're taking notes, you might write that down. Entry buy, it's a pending order, 10 pips above that candlestick wick high. Now we're also going to set a pending order 5 pips below the low. Right here. So we're coming here 55, 65, so we'll set this right about there. Just like that. Chris says, why are we doing this? This is how we're going to help to determine which direction the market's going to go. Like I said, we're going to be looking now for that directional movement. We're going to be looking for this market to either go up or go down. It's going to trigger one of these pending orders. So we have a pending order here. Entry sell. Oops. Sorry about that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. Oops. For some reason it switched over here. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, it loaded up another one of my workspaces here. Just wait 1 second here. Okay, there we go. I apologize for that. Okay, so here's what we got here. So let's see. So Denzel asked a good question here. Let me type this out. Let me type this. Entry sell is going to equal minus 5 pips below. I apologize for that. Below the low of that 3 a.m. candle right there. Now, Denzel says, so are you at 2 a.m.? No, we are at, this is the 3 o'clock a.m., so essentially we're starting at 4 o'clock a.m. We're going to be now looking, starting at 4 o'clock at the close of that 3 a.m. candle, which direction this market's going to go. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Now, 1 hour later, the market rallies up, triggers our entry buy. This entry buy, this now becomes a market buy, meaning that we are now actually buying the market. We're now in the market, we're buying. First order of business now is to come in here and cancel this opposite order, because now we have determined, we believe this market, that directional movement is going up. Does everybody understand why we're doing that now? We now believe we have that directional movement, it's going up, so we're buying into the market. First order of business is to cancel the opposite order. We don't want to sell the market now, we're going to cancel that. Now we're also going to come in here and we're going to set a stop loss. Once again, we're trade with proper equity management. Now our stop loss when buying the market is going to go at the low. I'm going to type this out as well. And I apologize for going quickly, but we have a lot to go over here. I'm sorry, oops. Stop loss, and this is when buying. It's a little bit different when selling the market. It's going to equal at the low, just like that. So you might want to take some notes right here. Yeah, so stop loss is going to go at the low. Now, on this trade right now, for those of you who want to stop losses, what this means is that if this market were to go against us, if this trade goes against us, we're going to be risking 36 pips. We're risking 36 pips on this trade. But does everybody remember how many pips at a minimum that we're looking for this directional movement? Go ahead and type in the chat box if you remember how many pips minimum we're looking for this market to move. Yeah, Wade got that right. Andrew did. Ralph did. Yeah, we're looking for this market to move a minimum of 50 pips. So Michael did, Iston, Ron. Let's see here. So right about there, this is going to be our target, 15654. 15654. Now, once again, I apologize for going a little bit quickly on this. I only have 45 minutes, but I assure you, in the live sessions, the live professional analysts are going to walk you through this step by step, explain this in much greater detail. I just want to give you an overview of how the strategy works. So for those of you that actually do start trading next week, you're actually going to have an idea of how this works, how the Forex market works, and a little bit about the strategy. So we're going after a minimum of plus 50 pips, just like that. So let's come in here. Let me delete this, and let's see what happens here. Now, 1 hour later, bam, the market does in fact rally up, hits our limit. We're out of that trade. We just captured 50 pips right there. So on that trade right there, in 1 hour, 50 pips with a standard lot, you just generated $500 in profit off of that right there. So how many of you would be okay with that? How many of you would be okay learning how to do this strategy, and 1 hour off that trade, you just made 50 pips? Even with a mini lot, that still would have been $50. Now, Evan brings up a good question. Evan says, does it really happen that quickly? Yeah, I actually placed a trade yesterday. In 30 minutes, I was in and out of the trade using a strategy similar to this. So does everybody kind of get this? Everybody have a good overview of how this works? So I'm going to walk through this a little bit quicker on the next one. So that was on the 18th. Just like that. So I'm going to come here, let me delete some of this here. Let's now move this forward to the next 3 a.m. candle. So I've come in here, and I'm going to explain to you in a reason why I'm going, oops, sorry about that. So here is our next 3 a.m. candle. This is actually on Monday at 3 o'clock a.m., the beginning of this upcoming week. I'm actually going to walk you through, show you what this strategy did for the full week here. So we're going to come in here at the close of that 3 a.m. candle, set 2 pending orders. Pending order number 1, 10 pips above this high. So we're going to set this at right there, just like that. So once again, entry buy is going to equal plus 10 pips above the high, just like that. And we're going to set an entry sell 5 pips below the low. Now, some of you asked us some good questions. Why the difference? In the live market sessions, you can ask the professional analysts. They'll go into much greater detail about this. So we're coming here, set that right there. And let's see here. Entry sell is going to equal minus 5 pips below the low, just like that. Let's see here. John asks a good question. In fact, I'll answer John's question. John says this only works for the currency market. John, this strategy we're showing right here, we're only using this for the London breakout strategy on this 6 currency pair. So not for the stock market, not on other currency pairs. Me personally, though, I actually use a similar strategy on this. I've been very successful on other currency pairs. But we're going to teach you this in our live sessions, but you could possibly use it on other ones in the live sessions as they'll explain it. So let's go ahead, let's get started here with this trade. We have our 2 pending orders. We're not in the market until we either rally up and trigger our entry buy or pull back and trigger the entry sell. Let's see what happens on this trade. Now on this one, bam, within the next hour, the market pulls back, triggers our entry sell. What this means is that we are now selling the market. Our entry sell just became a market sell, meaning that we are now, for those of you who are familiar, we are now shorting the market. I know some of you might be scratching your head. You might be saying, well, William, how do you make money in this market when it's going down? It's called shorting the market. We can teach you how to make money in this market when it's going up or going down. But now we've entered into the market. We've triggered that entry sell. We're now going to come in and delete this opposite order. We're not looking to buy the market. Because the market has pulled back, we're now, oops, sorry about that. We believe that this market, the direction is going to go down. So does everybody see here how we're utilizing this strategy to help to determine that direction? We were looking for directional movement, and based on the strategy now, we believe that directional movement is now going to be going down, so we're going to sell the market. So we entered in, we're now in a market sell position. We're also going to come in here, and we're going to set a stop loss. Our stop loss when selling is going to be 5 pips above the high. So we're going to come in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Let me change the color on that, and let me type that out. Stop loss when selling the market. Once again, a little bit different. It's going to be plus 5 pips above the high. So there's our stop loss. Now on this trade, if we were to measure this trade, we are risking on this trade 40 pips. We're risking 40 pips on this trade. However, does everybody remember our minimum? Our minimum target that we're going after is 50. So we're come down here and we're going to set our target. Our limit's going to be 15482. 15482, and that is our target. And that equals, for those of you who are familiar, that's also our limit. We set this in our broker's platform to exit that position, and that's going to equal a minimum of plus 50 pips. Now, the reason I say a minimum of 50 pips, this is because, as I showed you before, there might be directional movement of more than 50 pips. And in the live trading club, our professional analysts, they can walk you through. We can actually, as the market goes down, we can actually move our stop loss and lock in profit as it's going along. So let's go ahead, let's get started here. Let's see what happens on this one here. Let me delete this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hours later, the market pulls back and bam, right there hits our target. Just like that. So we just captured another 50 pips. 50 pips in 6 hours. Now, some of you are asking some good questions here. Wade just says, well, do I have to get up at 2 o'clock a.m. to do this? Well, Wade, here's the thing. You can either set it and forget it. You can simply come in here, and once you get your trade set, you can set it and forget it. The other question I have to ask is that, would you want to get up at 2 o'clock a.m. to generate profits of $500? Would that be worth it to you? Me personally, I trade from 1 o'clock until 4:30, and I also trade between 9:30 and 12 o'clock in the mornings. So I get up every day and I do this myself. So would it be worth it to have these types of results just like that? So how many of you are liking this strategy? How many of you feel that you understand this strategy, and if you were to get into that trading club on Monday, you'd be walking in kind of having an idea of how this strategy actually works, now that you know how this works? Yeah, a lot of you are saying yes. So here's what we're going to do. These were just 2 trades. That was from September 19th or 18th, and this was from Monday of this week. Let me just walk you through here. Some of you are saying, well, how good is this strategy? Well, look at this. Here is the next 3 a.m. candle on Tuesday. Does everybody see the directional movement coming off of that? There was directional movement there of 131 pips. So you would have won that trade right there. Here is the next 3 a.m. candle. This was on, what is that? That's a Wednesday. We got directional movement coming off of this of 78 pips. Here is Thursday. Actual trades going to place this week. We had directional movement off of this one of 72 pips, and then the trade from yesterday morning, right here, 3 a.m., everybody can see there, we had directional movement coming off of that of 76 pips as well. So on the pound, on the Great British Pound, US dollar, using this strategy, you would have won all 5 trades this week. In fact, I went back last week, you won more, so you would have won 5 out of 5 trades. That at 50 pips per trade, that would have been 250 pips for the week. Right there, off of the pound US dollar. Now, with a standard lot, that would have been $2,500 in profit. Even if you're trading a mini lot, that still wouldn't have been too bad. That would have been $250 of profit with a mini lot just like that. So how many of you would like to learn how to do this live from the gentleman that created the strategy? Type in a me, type in a yes if you would like to actually learn how to do this live when it's happening. Because here's what I'm going to do. I have about 9 minutes to explain to you the Live Trading Club program. Let me go ahead and explain to you what's up with that. Now, in the Live Market Forex Mentorship and Trading Club, the next live market analysis session is happening this Monday morning at 9 o'clock. You will learn this London breakout strategy. You will learn other strategies in this live market club. So what I showed you here is only one of the strategies. You actually have a live professional analyst showing you how to do this. Now, those of you that might have missed Joshua Martinez, the gentleman that's going to be showing you how to do this next week, here's some of his results here. He's had days where he's made $4,000 in one day. He's made $8,000 in one day. In fact, with the same strategy I just showed you, he made $10,000 in 30 minutes. That's his results. Let me show you what our students have been able to achieve in these live trading clubs. On April 6th, our students averaged between 120 and 140 pips in the live club trading session. So that's some of the results we got off of that. We also have here another one of our classes here, one of our sessions. June 9th, our students averaged between 90 and 130 pips. Now, what I'm showing you right here, this is simply the live professional analyst in the live market setting up the trades, and our students then have the opportunity to take advantage of them or decide not to. Now, here's the neat thing about this. I just showed you some of the results from our trading club. The neat thing about this trading club is there's a full 30-day money-back guarantee. We believe within 30 days you will see the value in this trading club. If you don't, no worries. You get a full money-back guarantee. Now, let me explain this. The Live Market Trading Club. Normally, you would have to be a student of Market Traders Institute to get into it. And it would cost you $297 per month. Now, the neat thing about this is that you're not paying $297 per month for this. We sometimes have a discounted price of $147 per month. Still a bargain when you see the type of results that our live professional analysts are showing in these live sessions. However, in the Live Market Trading Club, for those of you that enroll today, it's actually only going to cost you $27 for those first 30 days. Less than $1 a day to get into this program, this live market mentorship, and there's a full money-back guarantee. So how many of you see the value in this? How many of you think it would be worth it to try this out? Those of you that have an interest in the Forex market, to spend $27. Take the next 30 days, get into the live market sessions, 30 days of mentorship, and then within 30 days, see if this market is for you. If it's not, no worries. You get a full money-back guarantee. So Jesse says yes. Nick does. Jack says yes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send the link out. I'm going to send the link out to everybody in the room on how you get registered for this. And let me go ahead and give you an overview. I have about 5 minutes to go over and explain everything you're going to get in this trading club. You're going to get 2 live market sessions each and every week. The next one is this Monday. So Monday morning, those of you that enroll, you're going to get into a live market session on Monday. You're going to get 30 days of mentorship from our professional analysts. you're going to get 30 days of access to our VIP Analyst On Demand room. That right there, our students pay thousands of dollars for it as part of a bigger package. You're paying less than $1 a day to get access to that. You're going to get a one-on-one profit plan consultation call. You're going to get the 10 Keys to Successful Trading ebook and the Intro to Currency Trading video. So let me go and walk you through the steps here. I see some of you saying yes. Jude says yes. Liam says yes. So here's what we're going to do. Let me walk you through the steps of enrolling into our trading club. Step number 1 is you're going to click on the link. Number 1 is you register for the trading club. So I've sent that link out right now. I'm going to send it out one more time to everybody here in the room to make sure that everybody gets it. So number 1, you click on the link, you get registered today for $27 for your first 30 days. You do that right now. Step number 2, over the weekend, for those of you who do not have a trading account set up, you can set up a live trading account, or you can sign up for a free demo trading account. How many of you would love to be able to go through this program for the next 30 days and use fake money? Well, if you do a Google search for demo trading account, there's a lot of brokers that allow you to sign up with a demo account. You can do it live. You can do that this weekend, set up either your live trading account or your demo account. Now, I am not allowed to legally refer you to a broker. However, I personally use right now Forex.com. I've used FXCM. These are only 2 of the ones I have used. I'm not recommending either one of these, but you're welcome to go ahead onto their websites and go ahead and sign up for the free demo account, and you'll be able to trade live with fake money as you're going through these sessions here. Now, on Monday, you're going to get into that live market analysis session with Josh and Martinez. So you start off on Monday. You already now have an idea of how the Forex market works. You'll be able to go through those ebooks, view the video lessons, so that on Monday you have an idea of how the Forex market works, and you're going to know a little bit of a trading strategy because I've just taught you the London breakout strategy. So Monday you get a live market analysis session. Thursday you'll be set up with a live market trading session. It's actually going to be at 2 a.m. on Thursday. So the London breakout strategy I just showed you, you'll be able to trade it live with Joshua Martinez this Thursday. Now, our 30-day goal, within those first 30 days, you're going to try this out. You're going to tiptoe into the Forex market, practice, go through these live sessions, see if the Forex market is for you. However, within those 30 days, if you decide that this is not for you, you get that full $27 back. So for $27, less than going out to a movie. I went out on a date last week, paid $28 for me and my date to go see a movie. Here's for $27, you get a full trading club program, mentorship, learning how to, a new skill set on how to do this here. So here's how you get started. You click on that link that I just sent out. You click on that link, and let me just quickly walk you through this. I'm going to go step by step and explain to you everything you're going to get as part of this live trading club. So let me send that link out one more time. I have about 3 more minutes to go over this here. So the first step is to click on the link. Let me go ahead and pull that up here. Oops. Okay, so if you click on the link, it's going to take you to this page. Let me go ahead and walk you through this here. It's going to go into detail everything you're going to get. I'm actually going to take the next minute and go over this in detail. But for those of you who want to register for this, enter your billing information, enter your credit card information, you place your order, and then bam. This is on a month-to-month basis, and as long as you cancel within the first 30 days, you will not be incurred any additional charges. But if you decide to stick with the mentorship program, we will lock you in for $147 a month, and it's on a month-to-month basis after that. Let me go ahead and walk you through this here. As I say, thank you. Wade says he just registered. Thank you for that, Wade. Daisy says registered as well. Now, you're going to get 8 live market sessions each and every week. Mondays, you get the market analysis session. Thursdays, you get the live trading session. So that's one of the things I want to point out is that unfortunately in 45 minutes, I really don't have a lot of time to go into a lot of in-depth about this. However, hopefully you now have an idea of how this works, how the market works. You have a little bit of knowledge about a trading strategy. On Monday, you can have Joshua Martinez walking you through, showing you how to do this in the live market. Now, if that isn't good enough, you're also going to get 30 days of access to our VIP Analyst On Demand service. Once again, this is something that our students pay thousands of dollars to get access to. For less than $1 a day, you can interact with our live professional analysts as they're analyzing the market, and you can ask them about trades that you're looking at as well. Get a second opinion on your trades. In one of our live Analyst On Demand sessions, one of our students was trading what's called the Frankfurt 2040 trading strategy. That's something else you're going to learn in the live sessions, made over 207 pips in one morning from that trading session. So bonus number 1 is our VIP Analyst On Demand service. Bonus number 2 is Introduction to Currency Trading for Forex lessons. These are video lessons. So over the weekend, you can actually learn video lessons on how to do this. Bonus number 3 is that profit plan consultation call. It's a $500 value. Also, bonus number 4 is the 10 keys to successful Forex trading. So those of you that enroll today, you get to go through this here, and you'll get to learn how to do this so that on Monday, you're going to be able to go in and do that. Now, for those of you that can attend the live market the sessions, they are recorded. You're going to get recorded replays of these. And you also, once again, it's a full 30-day money-back guarantee. So I am out of time. I apologize for that. Once again, 45 minutes is just the tip of the iceberg to go into a lot of details. I'm sending that link out one last time for those of you that want to register. Once again, for $27, you get to try this out for 30 days and then decide whether the Forex market is for you. It's risk-free. So it's not big of an investment. And once again, I'm not saying you should do this, but take the next 30 days, go through this. Even if you do see the value, you still have the opportunity to cancel and get all your money back.